Another day is what I'm labeling this one. Got to make sure that hook is nice and sharp. That's going to pin a fish if I decide to, or if one decides to bite. I think we need to change it out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start out by changing out that hook. Smart thing to do, you guys, if you guys are still head fishing, you know, doing things that going to improve your odds of hooking up when you do get that ever impressive bite, y'all. Thanks for liking already. All right, we already got one like. 0 watchers, but we got one like. Hey, all right. All right, now we got one watcher. All right. You see, if you got one like, you must have at least one watcher, right, you guys? Right? But unless it shows that there's one person watching, you're just thinking maybe it's a ghost. Ghost like. Yeah. So we're out here. This is the spot where that tree's like laying right out there over the water, so we got to be careful. No biggie there. We can lose a rig or so, but let's not lose too many. All right. But basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start out by throwing a spoon through there because, well, why not? We might end up cutting ourselves up too, though, trying to change out that hook. It does happen because, well, unfortunately, I am not the safest with a knife. I mean, I'm pretty good with this blade, but I can think of probably a million people a lot more safer than I am. Saving Graves, what's going on, man? Glad you could join us this morning. You know what? There's an easier way to take that off, I think. But yeah, we're just starting off the morning by changing out that hook because, quite frankly, I think if we get a bite, we'll miss it because basically what happens, you get stuck on them rocks and stuff, trees, whatever, dulls your hooks. Of course, you know that, Saving Grace. Changing out hooks is an important part of fishing to make sure that your hooks are good and sharp for when you do get a bite. So instead of using a knife, I'm just going to take it off via the old way, and that's just twist it off. Get my other hook to put on there. I almost walked away from the car without my sidewash hooks, but I got them. I managed to remember them. Unlike my tripod, I had to go all the way back home to go get my tripod. So I went to town this morning to get fuel because I needed fuel. And then, what's up? Hello. I went to town to get fuel, and town's like almost 20 miles away from my house. So it's not too long, but it's not super close either. For some people, be like, that's nothing to drive because they drive all over the place. But to me, 20 miles. Oh, I'm doing well. I'm just, trying to get another fish as usual. That's, you know, fishing for you. So, just about got this other. Whoops! I just dropped that hook. I gotta find it so the animals don't get it in their foot or paw or whatever's. Um, really? Well, people that talk like that, can find another channel to go badmouth. If you don't like the channel, don't watch it. That's all I got to say about that. Is if you're gonna make comments like that, go watch somebody else's channel. I'm not here to have you guys talk like that. I'm here to fish, have a good time, and maybe somebody might learn something. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll learn something from me. I can't say that I'm the best teacher, you guys. Let's go, Blue. What's up? Hey, you're a monitor. Block that guy for me. You're a monitorator. Block him for me, Blue. Block him. So there's that hook I took off that's all nasty and needs to be resharpened. So instead of leaving it on the ground, letting all the animals get it in their feet and their webs and stuff like that, we're going to do the responsible thing. We're going to put it back in the box, take it home, sharpen it up, be able to use it again, you guys. So, all right, let's see. Let's see here. Nice, you here, you're doing good. Yeah, doing well, doing well. Nice, a new knife, the hook sharpener. Cool, nice. Hello, all. Mainly off grid. What's up? Through Red. Hello, Red. Mr. and Mrs. Texas, what's going on? Hey, through Beard. Yeah, let's go. What type of fish did you caught today? Nothing today yet. Just getting started. Just getting started. Mainly off grid. What's up? What's up, you guys? All right, let's get that first cast out of the way. Now, I'm going to show you what the issue is now before we get started. All right, you guys. As you know, if you guys watched my shorts the other day, short video, we got that tree, newly acquired structure for the fish down there in the way. And we got to somehow fish our normal spot and catch a fish in front of that tree, because there's going to be fish laying in front of that tree, but without getting snagged up in the tree, you guys. So we got to get this figured out, you guys. Let's see what we can do today. All right, you guys ready for that first official important cast of the morning? I hope so, because the first one's always the most important cast, I feel like. Stuff Israel Balok. However you say that. Glad you could join us today. Part people, what's up? Oh, party people. I need to read it better before I start to try to say what it is, I guess. Anyways, we got that first important cast. We got a fresh hook on. Oh, I hear the wild horses over there on the other side of the river. Which, by the way, that's where I live too. I live over on the other side where those horses are. I think you guys might be able to see that horse if I zoom in a little bit. Yep, there you guys go. At least if you guys don't see a fish, at least you can see the wild horse today, huh? You guys like wild horses, don't you? I hope so. I know I can't stand them. Basically what they do is they're expensive damage to your vehicles, and then you have to pay for the horse if you hit it. So basically, I mean, they're there, but they're expensive. Yep, res horses. They're expensive horses, man. Okay, let's see here. Let's zoom out so we can focus in on talking or reading you guys' comments and stuff. Okay, yeah, bro, good vibes. Yep, all vibes, good vibes. You guys, check it. We're out here trying to get another fish for you guys and live stream. And sorry I was a couple minutes late a few minutes late live streaming, because normally I try to go live at like 7:30, but I had to go to town and get fuel. And then I came back down, and then I had to go home and get my tripod because, well, I forgot my tripod. So that made me a little late getting to it. I hope I get something today too. It's not the end of the world if I don't. That's steelhead fishing for you. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate that. I hope to catch a nice, fat, juicy steelhead or trout or whitefish or pike minnow or any fish. I mean, I'm not real picky. I mean, I do have a desired species, but I'm not real picky. I'll take whatever decides to bite. Hope to catch a supermodel, huh? Well, my wife wouldn't like that if I caught a supermodel. Sorry. Wives are kind of that way, you know? Kind of that way. But I think if I caught a mermaid and released it, she wouldn't be too mad at me that way. I think she'd be too mad at me that way. I would just have to like edit that part out, the mermaid out. That wouldn't get mad at me. Well, I'm glad you love wild horses. They're cool. Until you hit one with your car because they run out in the middle of the road when you're driving, and then you total your car, and then you still have to pay for the horse because it's open range out here. And if you run into one and they total your car and you get sent to the hospital and you got broken bones or contusions and stuff like that, not only do you have a doctor bill, automobile that you've wrecked, and a horse you got to pay for, and then if it's a bear, then you'll end up having to pay for the bear and the future offsprings. I think two different. I believe they make you pay for two different. Um, Two different offsprings. So it's an expensive gig. Horses are. Not to mention if you raise them, feed them, shelter them. Yeah. But I'm stuck. I'll be right back, you guys. I got to figure out how to get it unstuck without falling and cracking my noggin. Well, you guys, this is a pain in the backside because the log is slippery this morning. I can't walk out onto the log. And I can't see where my lure is to go and get this stinging thing because of the slickness of it. John Hobbs, what's going on? So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Tool Springs Trout Raiders, what's up? Whew. Yeah, that could be for sure. It's just kind of the way it goes sometimes, you know. The problem is, guys, is I don't have any more good swivels. So if I lose that one swivel, I don't have any good ones to put on my stuff for fishing. I've got some really cheap ones. I mean, I'm thankful that a friend gave them to me, but there's some really cheap swivels. So basically what happens is if I break this off, I'm out of my lure, which is not a big deal, but I don't have the time to run to town to go get some decent swivels. And the problem with it is the only place that sells decent swivels don't open until after 9 anyways. So it's kind of like one of those things. It's like you can't win for lose at this time of the day when you need something. So normally I just hop up there on that log, walk down there and get it. It's too slick to walk down today, and I need a swivel. The log's just too slick, you guys. Just too slick. The fishing is just a snag right now. That's all it is. I don't really have nothing really I can do about it because this log's too slick. I can't get down to my normal spot to get it. Yeah, I probably could try that. But I can't even see the lure because of the low visibility standpoint right now. I mean, what the heck? I mean, I'm just pretty much out of luck until it warms up and get all this dew off the tree, or I mean, I can't see to get the lure. Low visibility, and I should have been paying closer attention to what I was doing, but it is what it is. I may just have to break off, and I don't got no swivels to put on there, which really stinks. Ron, what's still going on? Thank you. $200, but oh man, what a yeah, there you go, bud. Thank you. We did get to 2,000 subs, by the way. That's awesome. Finally made it to 2,000, and yeah, great, great great accomplishment, you guys, here on the channel. It's taken 6.5 years to get to this point, you guys. So, yeah, just thank you guys for getting me to 2,000, you guys. Appreciate it. I don't have any sticks to poke at it, I don't think. At least none that's long enough from this distance to poke at it. Kind of a frustrating thing right at this point. Because I need to be fishing, not trying to figure out how I'm going to get my swivel back. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. Well, it's not going to be on that one. Let's see here. As far as swivels go, what do we got? What do we got? See, there's my empty swivel thing. There's another thing. I need to take those out, by the way. Let's see here. All my lures. Well, we found one we could use. That works. So if we need too bad enough to get back to fishing, we can just break off and know that we got a swivel. Yay! Go us. Let's see here. Looks like, hey, we found another one. That makes my day much better now. I got a couple of swivels I can use. Watch has dropped way down because I've wasted way too much time on this one matter, which is fine. You know, people are gonna watch or not watch. You know, this is real. This is really what's happening. So if you guys don't like it and you guys aren't gonna watch it, don't watch it. It's just for a YouTuber. This is stuff that people should be seeing. See, after I figured out that I had a swivel, it took me all but 2 seconds to decide to go ahead and break off. And we could get it back at some point. I just don't know if we will. It took me all but 2 seconds to decide to break off, and because I want to be fishing, I don't want to be spending my time fighting with a snag. Which chance I'm probably gonna snag on it again, which is totally my fault for fishing in an area like this, but when they decided to put logs and stuff on the banks for structures that go out into the river and stuff, and you're not paying attention because you're live streaming or your mind's someplace else or whatever be the case, things like that are going to happen. I've been snagged on that thing 100 times, and I've gotten them back, and I even helped Lou get his float back when he was here. So it does, I mean, you can get your stuff back, but when it's slick like that and you can't climb onto the log and stuff like you normally do, it can be a pain, a really big pain. Seeing right now, I can't stand on that to fish off like I normally do. All right. Now we can get back to some serious business. We're going to throw sticky little hooks. I'm telling you. They're not the best hooks. They're kind of cheap hooks, but they're sticky. Till they hit one of them rocks and then they get all unsticky. All right, let's take this one off. We'll put a different hook on. Somebody's always honking. They think they know me. They probably do know me. All right, take that cheap little hook off, and they've been way too easy is the problem. So I take them off, I swap them out, put a little bit better hook on them. Now, if I left that softer hook on there, I might have been able to just pull on it and straighten it out and get it back. But when I got a fish on, I don't want to straighten my hook out. So I swap them out for a halfway decent hook. And I'm not saying by any means that these Gamakatsu sidewash hooks are great hooks, because they do dull up real easily. They're not the most sturdiest of tips on there, but they work for what I'm doing. So. And I have to switch them out every trip. It's not like I can use them for multiple trips and hook up. I literally have to sometimes change them out 3 times on a day of fishing because they just get too dull. And then I've also had it to where you'll be hooked up on a fish. The eye will come open that you have crimp closed. Will literally come open while you're fighting a fish, and you'll lose the fish and the hook. So when they made these, they had a good idea, but they made them way too soft. Way too soft. All right, guys. Hey, we can start fishing again. Woohoo! Sorry about the long intermission from fishing, but I had to explain these things. You guys got to see it firsthand, live. Hey, it happens. It happens. Oh, we can get back to trying to catch a fish. Thank you guys for joining us. Sorry about the delay, but hey, that's really is realistic fishing for you. You know, I'm a guy that if I can get it back, I will. But sometimes the risk for reward sometimes is the risk is too much. So like today, I would have liked to got my lure back, and I would have most likely gotten it back if that log wasn't so slick. But because it was so slick, I just didn't feel like it was worth the risk of potentially hurting myself badly by slipping and falling and everything that goes with recovering stuff from that tree. And there's a good chance I might be able to get that back later on anyways. Once the sun comes up and it dries up and I can get a longer rod and I can or stick or something, I can stick it down on there and go get free and get it back. Hopefully. There's no guarantees, but hopefully. Back to fishing, you guys. Hopefully we can get our numbers back up, because during that little fiasco, we lost a lot of watchers. And unfortunately, that does happen. Unfortunately, that does happen when you're fishing, unfortunately. For some reason, that happens a lot. I just got to remember to reel in a little bit quicker, so I don't get hung up on that log. And I'll be busy fishing and hopefully hooking up a fish and reeling in a fish than trying to get unhung. So. Let's get it. We was going to start up at the other end, but somebody was already there this morning, and so we didn't want to infringe on them. So we just kind of was like, yeah, okay, let's go. And that's what we did. We came down here so we could fish down here. Basically, what's going to happen is there's going to be fish laying in front of that log. Fishing for steelhead, y'all. Fishing for steelhead. Basically, what's going to happen, y'all, is those fish are going to use that log, that new log, or tree, I guess, because basically that's what it is a tree. They're going to use that new tree for sitting and waiting for the for something to come rolling in front of it. And basically, what's going to happen is they're going to sit right there in front of that log, and they're going to eat things that come floating to them. So. Eventually that tree will move out of my way, but it might not be until. Can't hear me? Can you hear me now? I hope so. Basically, what's going to happen is the high water, when it comes from the rain and the snow melt off, it's going to eventually move that tree. But you can hear me now, just wasn't able to hear me then. Basically what happens is high water will eventually move that tree out of there. You should have heard it when it was rolling down through the other day. It was like all over the bottom and floating down and stuff, and then eventually it got down past me and then kept floating down, and it finally settled down right there. So hopefully you guys will be able to hear me if I I'm trying to get it set up to where it won't fall over. So yeah, I brought you guys with me this time so I could so you guys could hopefully hear me. Hopefully hear me. Hopefully hear me. There's so many elements that come into play right now with the tree being in the way and everything else. You guys, what up, go? Haha. I'm right here behind the camera as always. I'd rather be behind the camera instead of in front of the camera. Nobody wants to see my mug. And if they do, there's something wrong with them. I'm fishing on the Deschutes River today. It's where I usually fish when I'm steelhead fishing, unless I'm fishing for winter steelhead. Then I'm fishing on the coastal rivers if I'm fishing for winter steelhead. But right now we're fishing for the summer steelhead. I don't know why there's summer steelhead when it's not summer out. It's fall. About to be winter, but I don't know. They have the reasons for calling it whatever they call it. Go, you going live today or what? A lot of times when you're live, I'm at work. I try to catch some of the live. I don't always comment on them, but I try to catch some of the lives. Anyways, y'all need to go check out Goat. He does a lot of pike fishing and smallmouth fishing, some largemouth fishing too. You guys should really go check out his channel. There's so many. The cool thing about our community is we got so many Um, so many really good YouTubers that live stream, and that's primarily what they do. They do some shorts and they do a lot of live streaming. They don't do hardly any live form or long form, I mean. But I mean, they're really good. They're really good YouTubers. I mean, they catch fish. They explain what they're doing. So I mean, there's some really good uh, um, community out there for fishing. And I mean, we may never be as big as the Googans or addicted fishing, but you know, we're a good solid base of YouTubers who know what we're doing. We share what we can, and um, try to get other people into the sport of fishing and sharing with them. You know, so people like Goat and um, Skipjack Cindy and Fishy Things and Redmond or Fishy Stay Fishy Redmond Oregon, and you know, there's just, you know, a lot of solid YouTubers out there, and we may never get to being to the status of them bigger channels, but we don't really need to be as big as them other channels as long as we stay true to what we do. You know, I mean, look, I've already had the chance to be monetized and turned it down. What a fool am I, you know? Not taking monetization. Why? Why? Well, I'll be honest with you. The reason why somebody like me don't take the monetization stuff is um is because I want to stay true to myself, and I don't want all the commercials and stuff on my channel, on my long form, because that's what happens is you get monetization is they put commercials in your videos, especially with your long form videos, and then they give you a percentage of it, but sometimes I think the percentage just isn't worth it. So I'm sure there's a lot of people who want to do the monetization thing, and maybe I am a fool for not taking the monetization stuff, but I'm not out here to honestly make a big dollar. I'm out here to enjoy myself, just share my day with you guys and fish, you know. And then if I get paid someday for it, that's you know, and maybe someday I will be monetized. Maybe someday I'll want to be monetized, you know, and then I'll be able to uh wait, what my train of thought. Maybe someday I will be monetized. My mind might change to that. So, I mean, I have thought about putting one of those things on there to where, you know, where I'm doing like merch things, because I want to do merch. Yeah, a few dollars never hurt, but I think if I can ever get this merch thing taken care of, I think if I can ever get this merch thing taken care of, I won't need monetization, because hopefully people like my brand enough to where they'll support the channel enough to where I don't need to be monetized. Basically what it boils down to. So by being true to myself and only doing like, I'm I would seriously consider a sponsorship, for the simple fact that I would like to have my own rods out, or not necessarily reels, because I feel like I'm pretty well set on reels, but I'd like to have a specific rod for like 3-4 different specific rods for steelhead fishing with my name on it. That's kind of a selfish thing, but it's really how I feel. I feel like I could make a really good, I could come out, if a company would come and back me up, we can come out with a really nice product that I can say that, you know, I endorse 100%. That would be so freaking nice. But for now, all I want to do is get the merch stuff done. I want to get hoodies, stickers for the kids, you know. I think that would be ideal, you know, for merch. Yeah, and I've been trying to get the merch thing going for a while. It's just that I haven't been able to get it taken care of. Whether it's the company that I'm trying to deal with or what. So usually it's just the companies that I'm trying to deal with is what's throwing me off, and why I haven't gotten the merch stuff done. But yeah, I think Goat, you would sell some pretty good stuff. I think if you got a nice hoodie, to go with your channel, man, that would be pretty cool. I would buy a Goat hoodie, but it would have to be red though, because, well, as you guys know, mostly what I wear is red, so definitely have to be red. But I'd like to have a nice red hat made. Of course, there'd be other colors, but I would just wear the red one. And then I'd like to have a hoodies, or even just like a fishing long sleeve hood. Not one of those, not like what I've got on today, but they got some really nice fishing clothing lines out these days. And if I could, maybe not, like a hoodie, but one of them really thin, nice fishing shirts with the hood for like summers when it's really hot, but it's thin and it breathes and you don't get overly hot doing it. That would be so freaking cool to have. That'd be so cool to have. Nice. I'm glad you're wearing a red hoodie. I can see you got style and class there, wearing a red hoodie. uh, but yeah, I would. I want to get this merch stuff taken care of. It's just taking a lot longer than I would hope. I just got to find that right company, and I may be working with somebody already. They haven't hit me up in my emails yet, but they'll get that taken care of, and then we can start doing some dealing and willing and stuff like that, and figure out what we can come up with. I've got a local guy I could go with too, but you never know. Yeah. Everybody's got their style. Everybody's got their style, for sure. Yeah, it is nice, chill for sure. Just for fun, YouTube. What's going on? I'm glad you guys could join us on this beautiful, chilly Thursday morning, you guys. I'm telling you, we as YouTubers, we got some of the best followings, as fishing YouTubers. I feel like even though we may not be as big as some of those other channels, we still got a really good following. I mean, Indonesia, nice. Glad you could join us. I'm gonna do some more kayak fishing after the first of the year, after the river closes down from steelhead fishing. I'll do more kayak fishing. Um, always seem to do. My favorite time to kayak fish is like January, February. Alpha, Alpha, Alpha Zo Milligan. How's it going? Glad you could join us this morning. So yeah, after the first of the year, I'll start kayak fishing a little more. I usually fish for the kokanee and the bull trout after the first of the year out of my kayak. Of course, I do a lot of bank fishing too, but I like to take the kayak out after the first of the year and fish like crazy. And then summertime, I'll take it out some for the bass and the crappies. And our next official goal is going to be 3,000 subscribers. Now that we got to 2,000, still trying to figure out if I'm gonna do something for the 2,000 subscribers, or if I'm just gonna wait until 5,000. Because I feel like 5,000 is like gonna be like uh, such a major thing. Yeah, I'm glad you're creeping up on 2K. You know, I don't know how long you've been doing this YouTube thing, Goat, but it took me 6.5 years to get to 2,000. Yeah, I've had like 3 giveaways on this channel so far, and not everybody does a giveaway. I mean, some of those other bigger YouTube channels don't ever have a giveaway, which really, I mean, in my opinion, don't make. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's like show your subscribers a little appreciation by having a little giveaway. Yeah, I started going live, what, 2.5, 3 years ago, but I didn't really know much about going live then. So, but after I started going live and seeing how fastly it grows your channel, I enjoy it. Um, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, anything's possible. Might do a giveaway, might not. You're giving away a custom rod. Woo! Nice. That's pretty freaking sweet. Don't worry, Goat. I'm not going to enter into to win the custom rod because I'm a YouTuber, so I feel like I should be eliminated right away from that. See, like, whenever people have a giveaway, I don't enter it just because I'm a YouTuber. I feel like I shouldn't be entering into other people's giveaways, you know? Yeah, it does. Like, I had a silent giveaway I had like 5 hats, 5 addicted hats, 6 addicted hats, something like that. And I had a silent giveaway. Basically, what happens is if somebody come up to me, I didn't tell anybody this. Somebody would come up to me and say, "Hey, you're G-Man Fishing." I'd give them an addicted hat. Yeah, that'd be cool to get some sponsors and have them join in on the giveaways. That'd be sweet. Good morning, dog tags and tackles. What's going on? Check it out, you guys. Check that out. Check that out right there. Check that out, you guys. Look at that monster. Check that out, you guys. Woo! Big old spine out salmon, you guys. Up here for one reason only. That should be a highlight. Right there, you guys. Check that out. You see that big old fish swimming around there? Woo! Ah, that was pretty sweet. I know he's all beat up and nasty looking, but still, it's always cool to see him. To give away. You want it for yourself? I don't blame you there. I don't blame you there. I want it for myself too, but you know what? Having giveaways is truly, truly a fun thing to do, because people really enjoy it when they get free stuff. Going to some bass fishing. Nice. Boy, it's starting to get a little too cold up here in Central Oregon for bass fishing. I probably could catch one if I wanted to bad enough. Oh, he's on his very last leg, huh? Yep, he is. That's for sure. That's for sure. He or she is waiting for their female spawning mate. It's nice, yeah. Well. South Mississippi, huh? Nice. I'm originally from Missouri. I've been in Oregon for 30 years almost. Sunny Central Oregon. Got the sun coming over the horizon, hitting the other side of the river. It's still got a ways to go before it gets side of the river. I guess it's not really my side of the river, but the side of the river I'm on. I think Stay Fishy's going to go live today at some time. Stay Fishy Redmond, Oregon. I think he's going to go live at some point today. I think. I can't honestly say for sure, but I think he's going live at some time today. He's grown his channel by leaps and bounds too. He's only been doing the YouTube stuff for less than a year, and he's already got over 300 subscribers. Get to 100 subscribers, but I didn't know much about live when I first started. So now that I know about it and I know how to grow my channel through live streaming, I go ahead and do that, and that's always. It seems to always be a better thing when you can be a YouTuber and live stream. I do have a video I need to get edited from when I let the guy that I've been fishing with on weekends, Josh, use my GoPro, and I just haven't had the time to. Thank you. I appreciate that. See you go. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You got this guy subbing to me. That's awesome. I'm not really talking a whole lot about what I'm doing, but I appreciate you guys coming in and you know, sharing your day. Well, allow me to share my day with you guys. Saving Grace, when you going live again? I'm still waiting on you to get some of them long forms out there, Saving Grace. Like I tell everybody that I watch, a lot of times it's easier for me just to watch a long form than it is to jump in and out of live streams. So I always ask those who do long or live streams to if they're going to do any long form, because I really like the long form. I like live streaming too. Don't get me wrong. I do like live streaming because I live stream myself, you know. But long form is just easier for me to sit there and watch because I have usually when I watch that I got the 10 or 15 minutes or whatever it is to watch it, you know. And like live streams, I jump in and out of them and stuff like that. So. Yeah, I thought there was something funny about that. Couldn't feel my lure doing a thing, so I knew there was some salad on there. Knew there was some salad on there. Ah, nice. Setting up the yard for Halloween. Nice. Mine's already set up for Halloween. It's just got some spiders on the gate, so it's already set up for Halloween. Of course, the spider stays on there all year round for some reason, and I'm not the one who decorates for the holidays. The wife usually does. She's a stay-at-home wife, and she does that stuff. Yeah, that'd be nice. Dog tags, go and hit me up on one of my long form or short form videos, and it makes it easier for me to find you. So if you go and if you just go into my videos and just leave a little comment saying this is dog tag, you know, I'll be able to find your channel a lot easier. That way I can sub to you too, because I like subbing to those who do the exact same thing that I do. So, got a 15-foot jack-o'-lantern, huh? Wow. That's got to be a sight to see. A 15-foot jack-o'-lantern. Got to be a sight to see. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. So do you, Goat. So do you, Goat. Well, yeah, hopefully next year's going to be the beginning of me starting to travel for YouTube stuff. So hopefully we're going to start traveling a lot more for doing things like this, you know, because I want to be able to work my day job, but also, you know, for vacations and stuff. I want to be able to start traveling for YouTube and take a week off here or a week off there and go to different states and fish with people like Goat and Saving Grace and Josh of all trades and Sky Blue and or Blue Wolf, you know. So I'm hoping next year's gonna start kicking that off for me. I'm gonna be able to travel a lot more. My goal before I leave this world on YouTube is to fish all 50 states and whatever country will have me. So that would be cool to be able to travel and start fishing other states. So that would be awesome, and other countries. Don't worry. Whenever I know I'm going to different people's states, I'm going to let them know. That way we can do some fishing. Next year, it just so happens that I'm going to California and Washington. So, and those two states are pretty close to me, being in Oregon. So, it'll be fun to be able to go to those two states. And next year, I'm going to catch my first pike up in Washington. Offshore fishing, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. That'd be fun. Offshore fishing. Sweet. So, yeah, next year that's the goal. Start traveling a little bit, do a little fishing, you know, and gonna do 2 trips to Washington next year to fish with 2 different people in Washington. Well, one of the guys just happened to live in Oregon right now, and I fish with him, you know, already, but he's originally from Washington, and he knows the pike spots in Washington, so I want to. Pike fever, there you go. But that's going to be cool to go get my first pike. Hopefully we'll be able to do it next year. There's no doubt we're going to go to Washington State and try to catch a pike. Hopefully we can get one. I want to catch a muskie too. Next time I'm in Missouri, I'm going to spend some time fishing for muskie. Every time I go to Missouri, I spend some time fishing for muskie. I've yet to catch one. I've yet to catch one. And I grew up 16 years in Missouri, and I've been back there 3 times. I've still yet to catch a muskie. So next time I go to Missouri, hopefully I'm going to get that first muskie. Next year I'm going to California, and I'm going to Washington. And Washington I'm going to get a muskie, and in California I'm going to catch some trout, hopefully, with the Blue Wolf or Sky Blue, whichever be the case. I hear, Goat, have you ever eaten pike before? I hear they're really good. They're just a little bony. But I hear they're really good. Everybody I've ever talked to that said that they've eaten pike, it's really good. So I guess I might have to harvest one of them. Of course, in Washington State, they're considered a nuisance. So, because of what they do to the salmon populations, steelhead populations, they don't really want them there. All right, all right. I figured I would try it fried for the first time. Just like a little butter and maybe salt and pepper just to see if I like it. Dissolves the bone, yeah. I hear they're bony, yeah. Same way with muskie, I hear they're bony too. Yeah, I find that it's easier to pick the bones out once you fry them. I've fished for muskies, but I've never caught them. Leaving? What's going on? I'm on the Deschutes River. You look like Karl Marx. No, not Carl. Somebody keeps calling me Steve. I don't know what a Steve character is on Minecraft because I've never seen the show or played the video game, but people seem to think it's funny to call me Steve. I keep asking them who's Steve. Or people think I look like Jack Black. I know who Jack Black is. Yeah, I know it's from the movie, but still I've never seen it. So uh, picking bones out for days? Wow, that many bones in a pike? Ooh. So maybe it is best just to pressure cook them, huh? No bones. Rendra, hi, how you doing? Glad you could join us this morning. So I've got another new power pack to try uh, for my phone for charging and stuff and live streaming. I'm going to try this at some time. I just don't know if I'm going to try it during the live stream or not. I might try to do like a super long live stream just to see how long it'll work. Who knows? Just look up a video. I'll be able to figure it out, huh? All right. I will do that. I will look at a Barney Pike video. I will do that. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure that you guys share, because sharing is a real big key to for us YouTubers. Because if you're sharing with other people, it gets our content out. Y bones, huh? So please do. If you guys are watching any YouTube video, any long stream, short form, live, share. I mean, it truly helps us out. It really does. Cut those Y bones out. What's a bologna? What's a bologna? Is it like a bologna? I've never heard of a bologna. I think that's how you say it. I'm not real sure. Wolfgang Bear, what's going on? Um, so good if you ever get the chance to. What's up, everyone? Yeah. Uh, no fish yet. SB Bronze. Um, thank you. I appreciate that. Truly do. Truly do. That, you know, that sharing part is so big, so big for us YouTubers, especially when we're live. It gets so many more people watching our videos. It's a beautiful morning, you guys. Still got a little fog on the water. It's slowly dissipating. Slowly dissipating. Uh, no, I haven't tried a jig yet. Do you want me to try a jig? I can. If you say yes, I'll try a jig. Mr. and Mrs. Texas, I need it. Yes, and I'll try a jig. All right, then. Hey, stay fishy, Redmond, Oregon. You going live today? Good. All right, I'll throw a jig out there then. Second cast of the morning, I lost a spoon. Thank you. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. All right, pink jig and bobber going out, you guys. Going out. Mr. and Mrs. Texas and stay fishy, Redmond, Oregon. Want to see a jig go out, so we're going. Gonna throw one out there for you guys. Oh yeah. All right. First cast with a jig and bobber. You guys, see if we can't get hooked up. Y'all go check out Stay Fishy Redmond, Oregon if you haven't already. Go check out his channel. He does a lot of bait fishing for trout. He loves his trout fishing. Staying home today, huh? Well, that's good too. Nothing wrong with staying home once in a while. See, and we got that big old tree in the way nowadays, so can't drift nearly as far. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Of course, we're going to throw the pink jig first, as always. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. Just got a notification. I like to see those notifications during the live stream that you guys are subbing up. Appreciate it. And you guys comment saying you subbed up. Appreciate it, you guys. Glad you guys could join us. Thank you. Sorry, Stay Fishy. You missed that big old salmon that come swimming by while I was live streaming earlier. Pretty beat up too, though. Nah, don't know how to say that name. Thank you, thank you. You for. I don't know why you want to tell me that. I don't need to know that you're farting. If you gas it, that's on you, not on me. I don't need to know that you're farting. Oh, is it good for fishing? Well, I'm glad you you think so, I guess. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes bad. It's just crazy what people say on a live stream. It really is. Perfect drifts with a jig and a bobber and no takes. Man, that's hard. That's hard. I was gonna do something. I was gonna do something. Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna do. Oh, okay. That works then. Oh, you guys got big plans for today? I I know Goat does. He's going live at some point today. I know Saving Grace has got big plans for today. I wonder when Mo Styles gonna join us on the live stream. Normally she pretty early to join us on live stream. She ain't joined us yet today. Nope. I tend to agree with you on that one. Nope on the farting thing while you're fishing. Yeah, that is. I mean, it's a good thing if you're a live streamer, you know, to have service. But the thing is, anymore, every place I fish anymore, you can get internet service or cell service, I guess. Not necessarily internet service, but cell service. And by having a cell service, you're able to go live. Um, I can remember when you couldn't go live because you didn't have no cell service at places you were fishing, but it seems like anymore it's just like everywhere. Like before up in the Ochoco's Mountain, never had no service to go live or to have internet or make phone calls or anything like that. But now up there in the mountains, we got it, and it's like okay, well, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, yeah. That's the best way to be fishing though, with no service, no cell towers, no, because then you don't get interrupted, you know. But the cool thing about having a service now that I'm a YouTuber, it's nice to be able to live stream and share my day with you folks. That's fun. But I definitely understand what you mean. It's nice to not have any service when you go out and do stuff. If you're out in the middle of hunting a nice big bull elk or a nice buck or a turkey and you don't want that nagging phone. I'm in Oregon. I'm in Central Oregon. There went a nice fish down the river. I'm trying to just my jig to him, so maybe he'll bite. Yep, we're on the Deschutes River fishing for steelhead on the beautiful, beautiful Deschutes River. One of the nice things about the Deschutes River is it's a world-class fishery. People come from all over the world to fish this river. I mean, that can be a little nuisance at times having that many people here, you know. But for the most part, I mean, it's just a nice, really beautiful fishery. Steelhead are a fish of 1,000 to 10,000 casts, so um, that's why when I'm steelhead fishing, you don't see me oftentimes catching like 1,000 steelhead because they can be a fish of 1,000 to 10,000 casts. So definitely, definitely a fishery that can be frustrating at times because there's fish there, you're hitting them right on the nose and they're just not biting. When you drove through Oregon, nice. You might have fished here once. Oh, nice, nice. DCP kayaking, what's going on, man? Glad you could join us. Great. I've never been to Crater Lake. It's one of those spots that I need to get to. I definitely need to get to. I've been in Central Oregon long enough to been there, but I haven't been there yet. I don't know why. I've never been to Crater Lake. Just don't know why. And it's got fish in it too, which is crazy. I didn't think a fish could live that high in elevation. I guess they could because there's water, I guess. For the longest time, I didn't know that there's fish in Crater Lake. And then all of a sudden, I just found out that somebody was telling me that there's fish in Crater Lake. I'm like, what? So, definitely a bucket list of Oregon fisheries I've got to go to. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Huh. You fished it? You got one bite? And your brother caught a couple, huh? Oregon really is a good fishery, though. I mean, once I took the time to spend the time and learn how to fish it, it definitely one of my favorite places to fish in the world is Oregon. It just took me so long to get to the point to where I actually learned how to fish for the trout and the salmon and the steelhead, and started finding a warm water fish that I grew up catching. You know, made all the difference in the world on changing my views on fishing in Oregon. Because I used to think it stunk badly, but after I learned how to fish for the fish and stuff like that, it made all the difference. All the difference in the world to me. Nobody caught anything at Crater Lake, huh? But it was fun. Nice, nice, nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That left-handed cast just ain't doing me no justice. I don't think. Making it all messed up every cast. I guess I need to start casting over my right shoulder. I have to move away from the tripod and stuff so to cast with it. I just don't understand why people would want to join somebody like me on a day like today to enjoy in what I'm doing. You know, it's truly amazing that people are actually interested in watching what I'm doing, even if I'm not catching anything. It's crazy. Well, thank you. It is truly a beautiful, beautiful state. Truly a beautiful state for sure. Truly, um, it's got sceneries for days. It's got mountains. It's got snow. It's got oceans. It's got lakes and everything else. It's just a beautiful state for sure, you guys. Jason J, how's it going? Thanks for joining us from Arizona. Appreciate it. Um, Just because you was wishing fishing every second of your life. Nice, 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 nice. I'm glad you're wishing you're fishing every second of your life. I'm pretty much the exact same way. Wishing I was fishing when I'm not. And then the trout I caught 22 inches. Nice, nice. And then nothing yesterday, huh? The fishing is slow as usual when it's steelhead fishing. Don't get me wrong, there's days to where the steelhead bite is just phenomenal, but most days it's a lot of this. A lot of casting and retrieving. Casting and retrieving. For sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's slow. I mean, it's normal steelhead fishing, you know. You do 1,000 to 10,000 casts before you finally land one. I've probably done about 50,000 casts, and I've hooked about 8 of them this year, and I've only landed one. So it's kind of one of those fisheries that can frustrate you to no end, for sure. Well, we're not allowed to use bait on the river, so we have to use artificial flies and lures. So that is one thing about Oregon is a lot of your rivers and stuff inland from the ocean are baitless rivers. Can't use bait on them. But like a lot of the coastal rivers, you can use bait on them. But all these inland ones, like what we're fishing here, the Deschutes, you're not allowed to use bait on it. So I don't know why that is, but it is. And don't get me wrong, there's a 3 mile stretch you can actually use bait on, but that's like an hour away from me, and I've got to work at some point today, so I just assume stay close to home instead of going down there. This is like 10 minutes away from my house, so not too bad. This weekend we got something special coming up for you guys this weekend. Hopefully you guys will join us on Saturday for that what we're gonna do on Saturday. Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our first ever. Well, no, I think I'll let it be a surprise for Saturday. I think I'll let it. I think I'll let it be a surprise. So you guys, if you guys want to see what's going on, you got to join us on Saturday's live stream to see what's going on. So it should be fun. You guys should like it. Um, I hope you guys like it, anyways. So you guys join us on Saturday for that. We'll be live. Hopefully, we'll be live on time this time because we were late today going live. See, right now we should be at 2 hours of live streaming, but we're only at like an hour, almost an hour and a half. Small Water Syndicate, what's going on? Or Charters, I guess is what it's called. I always call it Syndicate for whatever, but it's Charters. Yeah, yeah. I magnet fish for steelhead all the time. Uh, it's called a jig and bobber. Uh, minus the magnet, or it's called a spoon minus the magnet. I can't wait to get down there to Florida someday and do some fishing down there. I hear that Okeechobee is just a phenomenal fishery for bass and crappies and everything everything you got swimming in the water down there. You guys probably see a lot of gators down there too, right? Okeechobee. They got gators at Okeechobee, right? That's one of my bucket list of things to see is a gator. I've seen gators in like the zoo and stuff like that, but I want to see one swimming in the wild. I want to see one swimming in the wild, and I want to go down there and fish with small water charters and catch some of them. You guys caught over 100 bass in that one day. That's crazy. And that's like quality bass too. That's like quality bass. Over 100 quality bass in a day. That's crazy. I've caught over 100 bass in a day, but they weren't all quality bass. And they weren't largemouth either. They were smallmouth. Mixed in with some largemouth, but still, I mean, 100 bass is 100 bass, but not when they're not quality bass, like what you guys catch down there when you guys are fishing. Yeah, smallmouth bass fishing is fun. So is largemouth bass fishing, though. Hi there, Jim Jet 66. Oh yeah, there's some days you go out fishing in Central Oregon, and you're fishing for trout and stuff like that, and basically what happens is only the bass are biting. Or it's not that only the bass are biting; it's just that for whatever reason the bass seem to get your hook a lot quicker than all the other species that are in the reservoir. So that's basically what I mean by that. Mm-hmm. Location, location, location. I agree with you on that. It is location, location, location. For sure. I have caught an 8-pound largemouth in Oregon, so it is possible to catch them giants. But there just don't seem to be as many. Don't leave the peacock bass out, huh? Yeah, that's definitely on my bucket list of fish to catch is a peacock bass, for sure. You got a good population of peacock bass in Okeechobee. Release to the grease, what's going on, man? Glad you could join us. Heck yeah. Paxo. How you doing? Nope, no fish today. So far. A lot of fishing though. Oh, south of you a bit? Gotcha. Snakeheads, I want to get snakehead too. I think that'd be cool fish to catch. Snakehead. I hear they're kind of a nuisance for you guys though there in Florida. Ron, what's going on, man? Glad you could join us. Did you see that decoy swimming by earlier? Big old spawning decoy. And those decoys you make, Ron, sure did help me get to 2,000 subscribers for sure. We're in Oregon. We're in Oregon. Another decoy fish. Yeah, well, what the decoy thing is? There's Ron. He's the decoy man. He he makes all these beautiful, beautiful decoys. Sends them out to me, and then I hook them on my line, and act like I caught a fish, and then they look realistic. You see. So Ron's become the decoy guy. He loves to make his decoys. Ron, he's a good guy though. I like his personality. He's fun. He's fun. Basically, what happened was when he started following me a year ago, I was doing a lot of fishing and not catching. So basically, what happened was when I did catch a fish, he would say it's a decoy because, well, he just wasn't seeing a lot of fish caught. So whenever I would catch one, he'd call it a decoy. So therefore, I started calling him the decoy guy. So every time I catch a fish, instead of it being a fish that swims and eats and does what it naturally does, it's a decoy because, well, Ron started calling him a decoy. So he became the decoy guy, which is cool. It's just a lot of fun. So that's the decoy thing there, you guys. Bowfin, yeah, I want to catch a bowfin. Oh, nice. I'll check that video out for sure, for sure. You have some old decoys? Ah, nice. I'm using the Shimano Sedona 3000 series. It's a nice one. I got 20-pound braid on there, Power Pro, 15-pound bumper, of addicted float, and a pink marabou jig. So it makes him look real when he shakes them. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah. Let's go, Ron. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, let's go. That's one thing I like about live streaming, is you can get that interaction with folks. You can get excited and hoot and holler, and it's just the interaction makes live streaming so much fun. So much fun, you guys. That's kind of why I started live streaming more, is because I found out that the interactions just are so nice. You know? Mm-hmm. Thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping by for a minute. It's always nice when people stop by. Oh, Rod. Oh, so realistic. He actually cooked one. Oh, man. You all go hit that like, comment, and subscribe button for Ron. You guys, he is just too much. Oh, Ron. I love it, man. I love it. I truly do. Oh, man. You hear that, Ron? You got other people wanting decoys now. I guess you better start making some more decoys, Ron. You got other people wanting them now. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. See, that's what makes live streaming so much different than long form or short form, you know. You get this interaction and you get to have fun with folks. So it does make a big difference. You think that's the only way it can happen? You guys go hit that like, comment, subscribe button, you guys. Make sure you guys share for these guys. Oh, man. It's a beautiful morning. See ya, Ron. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for giving us a good time and a good laugh, man. We appreciate you. Yep, Small Water Syndicate and Ron's the two I got to go visit in Florida. How you doing today? Glad you could join us. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. To me, they're a little steep, but they're worth every penny of them. Like you said, you can actually cook and eat them. So I think I may be wrong, but I think it's a little steep. But it's like 150 ish. So it might work that out with him instead of me. Like I said, you might want to work that out with him because I don't want to give you a price and then it's way higher or way lower. So you work that out with Ron. uh, it's been a fun morning of live streaming, y'all. So much fun. There is saying hi as usual. Joel, I don't know how to say your name. Joseph, Joseph. I guess that's how you say it. Sorry if I mispronounce you guys' names. I don't know all names. Sorry. I think we might move up one spot and just go try throwing over there for a little bit during the live stream. Who knows, moving upstream, we might get bit. We ain't got bit yet this morning. We did lose some gear though. Let's take a walk, y'all. I want to go upstream just a little bit. Let's take a little walk, y'all. Shall we? Let's go for a walk. Come on. Get that little rod. All right, let's see if we can't figure out how to make this all work. All right, let's go try this little spot out and see if we can make it work a little bit, y'all. Y'all, thanks for joining us on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. Go throw a jig and bobber through this other spot here. See if we can't get something, and then we'll get off this live stream, I think. Worst thing that could happen is we throw out there and get snagged up and get nothing at all, one or two. All right. Go get a saw set up here. I think you guys will be all right there. Oh. Let's not make a big deal. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Let's throw out here, see if we can't get something out of this spot. During the live stream, I don't fish this spot necessarily as much, but I do fish it from time to time. Try to get a fish for you guys. I don't know if we will, but we'll try anyways. Somebody deleted a message. I got some other videos I need to shoot for you guys. I haven't gotten around to doing. This is mostly because the Last SD card I bought didn't like, my camera don't like it. For some reason, and so I almost lost my cord there for my charging system. I dropped it on the ground. Good thing I found it. Not that I need to. Not that I need to charge my phone at this point, but still. It would stink to have lost it and not had it. Yeah, I need to fish Lava Lake. Yeah, Little Lava Lake. Yeah, at some point. I've never fished it before. So yeah, I do need to fish Little Lava Lake at some point. That would be nice place to fish too. Fish only took your flies, huh? Uh-oh. Check that out, you guys. Helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. Check that out. I wonder if that's air lifer. Flying right over the top of me. The Deschutes River air show, you guys. Hopefully that's not one of them air life copters. That would stink. Devil's Lake froze over, huh? Yeah. That high in elevation, they probably freeze over every year, though. Because Devil's Lake and Lava Lake and all those are pretty high in elevation. I imagine they freeze over quite regularly during the wintertime. I just don't know why these fish aren't biting. Super cool areas this time of year. Yeah, it's always cool those types of areas when it's getting cooler and stuff like that. They usually go for gear when when you're trolling. Yeah, that's always a good way to fish for trout for sure. Trolling. But only flies and worms seem to work the day. Oh yeah. Come on, steelhead. Cooperate. We need a little cooperation with these fishes. A little cooperation. Glad you guys could join us today. A lot of casting and no fish, but it's still, doing what we do, even if we're not getting bit. That's what we do out here at G-Man Fishing is we fish like crazy and try and get a fish for folks, You just never know when they're going to bite or what's going to bite. If fish were predictable, we'd catch more fish, but they're not predictable sometimes. Even if you fish a body of water a lot, they're not always predictable for sure. Sometimes I wish they were a little more predictable and make it easier to catch them sometimes. But part of the fun about fishing is the gamble you take and the risk you take to learn how to catch those fish and how to get them to bite on any given day. Truly is part of the fun part of fishing is the knowledge and using it to get more fish, Just a matter of time before you hook one and you land one. I'm throwing out there way far now. Trying to get out there way far and there's still no fish. Start fishing in close and you work yourself further out there and no fish so far. But we do appreciate you guys joining us for sure. I mean, you guys make it worthwhile. Even when we're not catching fish. I just sometimes wish we were catching more fish for you guys. Unfortunately, that's not always the case, though. It's crazy because I was just casting that far out there, wasn't getting a bite, and then after I decided to cast in closer, there goes a fish rising again. Saying, nah, 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 you can't catch me, you can't catch me. Yep, that's what they're saying. You guys are the best. You truly are. Truly are. Especially for the ones that are still here. Especially the ones that are still here. Hasn't decided to leave yet. I flipped my bell so I could drift that drift. Well, you guys know what time it is. It's getting close to that 2-hour mark, and we generally don't try to live stream any longer than that. Sometimes we do, but most of the time we don't. You guys, we're gonna do maybe 3 more casts, and then we're gonna get off here. Let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your day, and we're gonna record the rest of the day and see if we can't get a fish on recordings, and maybe we'll get something, maybe we won't. So Just want you guys to enjoy your day and, you know, have fun with it. Hopefully you guys will go out and try to catch a fish and maybe catch one. Where I failed, you guys might succeed. You know? You guys might succeed where I failed. So, hopefully the things that I do on this channel and live streams and stuff will help you guys catch more fish. Just because I didn't catch a fish doesn't mean you guys won't. So. Fished pretty hard for the 2-hour live stream, you know. Even though we didn't catch nothing. But to all good things, there must come in it. There must be an end. Even though sometimes I wish I didn't end. But hey, you know, that's fishing for you in a nutshell, not catching. And so we're gonna drift this one out, and maybe one more, and then it'll be time to get off here. So just glad we could share our day with you guys, and hopefully you guys learned something and enjoyed it too. Now that we're at 2,000 subs, we need to get to 3,000, and we'll be there before you know it. One more drifter there, I think, and we'll call this live stream edition over with. We're gonna hit that chesty and get it going, and hopefully I'll catch a fish on the chesty. I started throwing not so far out and a little straighter out, drifting around this rock here. That's this big old rock right here in front of me, because there's fish oftentimes laying around it. So I figured take a few casts by it and see if we couldn't get one first. And then Jason J, what's going on? See you later. Glad you could join us, guys. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be the last drift. If we don't get hooked up, it'll be the last drift on the live stream. Then we're gonna continue fishing the rest of the day. Maybe explore some other spots, maybe some other techniques for catching fish, and see if we can't get one on a live stream. You know, we did show a fish during a live stream though. We just didn't catch one. So you guys know what time it is. You guys know what time it is. Get this reeled in, hooked up, and we'll let you guys go. Okay, you guys, look forward to the live stream this weekend. On Saturday, it's going to be a fun one. You guys won't be disappointed, I guarantee you. Well, you might be disappointed if we don't catch fish, but you won't be disappointed because I think you guys will enjoy what we're going to do this weekend on Saturday. So, y'all, you know what time it is. Remember to catch, kiss, and release a fish once in a while. It ensures a future fishery for all. Till next time, this is G-Man Fishing, and we are out.